Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Philip with Geared Towards Automotive, and on this video we're going to be speccing out the new 2020 Corvette C8. Now obviously this vehicle has been released. It basically set the internet on fire. It's been out and about for about a week now, and there's a lot of specs and different ways you can build it, so I figured it'd be fun to go in and build it out like I would purchase it and like I am considering doing in the different specs and colors and different options that are available on the new C8. Now, real quickly, to go over some pricing assumptions and rumored pricing, there are the Stingray model. There's three different, 1LT, 2LT, 3LT, as I'm looking at them in front of me. You have the pricing that's rumored to be just under $59,000 for the 1LT. For the 2LT, it's just under $64,000. And for the 3LT, it's just under $69,000. Now, the Z51 isn't released and out yet. That'll be later after they start production and delivering the new Stingray model in December. But that one will be about just under $64,000 for a 1LT Z51, 2LT Z51 just under $69,000, and a 3LT Z51 is just under $75,000. So about a $5,000 swing for that Z51 package. And then, of course, you can add in and customize all the different features like the different colored seat belts, brake calipers, wheels, but love how they basically took the old model, scrapped it, even though I loved that, and they redesigned it and made the new 2020 C8 where everything is flush and hidden, door handles, everything very aerodynamic and sporty. So let's jump in and design and spec out the new 2020 C8. And I would love your input on some of the colors you would have chosen and some of the features you would put on the vehicle and add to the vehicle as well. So you can drop those in the comments down below and let me know how you would spec out your new 2020 Corvette Z8. Let's jump right into it and design the car. So before we build the car, let's scroll through some of the obvious features and things that are listed on the front page as you go to the Chevy website and right before you spec the car out. And some of the key features which I want to point out, which I love, is obviously it's a mid-engine car, which is super exciting. But in a lot of the videos and press releases, Chevy mentioned that they wanted to design the car and really leave no piece of the vehicle untouched or unthought about, and everything they were going to touch, they wanted to make sure that there was a heavy amount of thought put into it. And just the fact that this is a car starting at just under $60,000, and once you spec it out, it'll be just over probably $60,000 to $70,000. But most cars that compete with this, mid-engine cars with big displacements like this car, are double the price point. So that is really important to point out, and I think which is why a lot of people all over are very, very excited about this. But if you notice right here, they even say only a single part has been carried over from the last generation, and that the door handles, hatch, and hood release have been hidden for a perfectly clean appearance and improved aerodynamics. I think that's really cool, really well thought out, because if you had this beautifully designed car and then you had these like door handles sticking out, I see some cars and I think that really kind of kills the aerodynamics and the design. And that the LT2 V8 engine is the one that's visible through a rear hatch, but you can get the visible carbon, the see-through rear hatch, and then just a clear, just a regular cover over the back. But you can also get the effects kit where it'll light up the back engine, and you can also get the engine colored cover as well, which I think is really interesting and neat. And then, of course, we're going to build it in just a second. But if you scroll down here, you see all the information about the new, more rigid frame. It's 10% stiffer, which they mentioned right here, which is actually really fascinating how they were able to do that. And then one really cool thing, which I noticed and read more into and was really impressed, is the fact that they basically made almost a rectangular steering wheel. And the reason for that is because when you're sitting in front of basically on top of the front wheels with the mid-engine, based on where you're sitting and the visibility of the steering wheel, you feel like you have almost 180-degree view and visibility, which gives you a more just fun driving experience. And if you see some videos, there's no visibility that is sacrificed by this flat top and bottom steering wheel. So even if you have it turned all the way 180, you can still see all the way in front of you and see your screen right here and see everything that's going on. There are a ton of different wheels to choose from. anywhere from the 19 to 20 inch wheels, or 19 front, 20 inch rear. And then I like this little piece right here, the reverse park neutral drive. They actually wanted to design that to where you could actually feel it with your hand and know exactly which button was which to not take your eyes off the road and take away from the driving experience. And of course, you have this huge piece right here with all of your different vertical climate controls, storage right here, ultra thin air vents to be more aesthetically pleasing and not take away from visibility. And then you have the racing inspired steering wheel. As we come down here, you have all of the 3 different types of seats. Of course, you have this one standard on the 1LT, 2LT, the GT1 seats, the GT2 seats over here, and the very much talked about comp seats, the competition sport seats right here, which have the better leather and bolsters, and you can get a bunch of different colors in that seat as well. And then here's, of course, your engine. Now let's talk about the horsepower, 495 horsepower, 470 torque. That is a lot of power coming from basically a standard Stingray model for, again, just around $60,000. So very, very impressive. You have the magnetic ride control, of course, and then all the other videos about and information about the screen and the different heads-up display and all the different features right here. So let's jump into designing the vehicle. Let's not get bored with all of the information and actually look at all the colors, wheels, brake calipers, the seat belts, and everything else inside and outside the car. All right, we are actually in the design studio now, and what I love about this is it's actually, for any of you that have played any, racing video games or anything like that, this is, first of all, very realistic. You can just drag this and turn the vehicle, and you can actually see all around the car, and it's a little slow. There's a lot of traffic on this actual page right now. Sometimes it's actually been down and crashed because there's so much attention on the vehicle. But first of all, if we get a first look at it with the roof up and not looking like a convertible, at first glance, it looks like a very similar look to a Ferrari. At first glance, as you turn it, you see some of the accurate NSX lines right there. But if we drop the roof down, that's really when you start to get excited and see more of the Ferrari look. But it still has a lot of the classic Corvette features like the front end here, and then the taillights, obviously the badging and the headlights. So let's jump into the exterior colors and take a look at those. And let's see. So if I were to, obviously the Corvette red is nice, but I'm going to go ahead and let's look at Elkhart Lake blue. I like that because I'm thinking of maybe putting black wheels on it, but I like rapid blue. I like that a little bit lighter and better blue color. I was thinking about designing it with white with black wheels. That might be the second option, but let's go with rapid blue for now. And then, of course, you have the coupe roofs. So you have the options of body colored, transparent, or visible carbon. So I'm going to go ahead and throw visible carbon on there, and we'll take a look at how that looks from up above. So now that we've done that, let's just take a look at the white just to see what that would look like. The white is really nice too. I don't like the white with the chrome wheels and the standard wheels. If we were to do that, we'd have to change that out to the darker black trident spoke wheels. That actually looks really nice. So let's leave that like that for now, actually. And we're going to leave the wheels like that. And so you have the red interior here. You can change that. For now, I'm going to actually match the calipers to that red interior. So we'll go with the lighter red. We'll go bright red versus edge red. I actually like these yellow ones too. I just don't think that would. Actually, I'm going to change this to edge red because that contrasts better. It matches better with the dark seats. So once we're done doing that, we can jump over to the exterior accents. And if we drop out of here, we can actually see the whole view of this. See, the white actually, I think white's the way to go based on the quad tip exhaust, the new headlights, the new rear end. If you get the black wheels with the black accents right here. Black on black everything is nice, but then all of these features, these black accents, kind of get hidden, and it takes away from the look of the vehicle. If we click this roof button here, it just drops your roof up, of course, or closes the roof, and then you can turn the headlights on and off, which I think is really cool in the design studio, because you can, if you want to see what the car looks like, obviously not a lot of people have seen it in person. You really get a good feeling, and Chevy did a good job at letting you know what it would feel like in basically right in front of you. So let's turn those, we're going to keep those on, and then we're going to go back to exterior accents. So you have the carbon flash or the chrome logo. I don't like the chrome logo. I think it's too classic, just, I don't know, not my style. So we're going to go with the carbon flash. And then with the body colored accents, of course, the white body colored accents, in my opinion, are nice. They're just kind of boring. So we're going to go with the black. And then the carbon is actually really nice too. So actually, knowing what I want to do with the top and the carbon on top and the engine bay and the engine cover, we're actually going to go with that carbon flash. And then we're going to go with the visible carbon mirrors to match that. We'll just go carbon everything, because why not? And the visible carbon grille inserts. Now, some of these features you have to get certain levels, like 1LT, 2LT, so we'll explore that in a little bit. Moving over here, you have some other features. Now, I don't know if I like the high wing spoiler. A lot of people have mentioned they do like it and asked, what would you do? Right now, with the roof up, white on black, with the red features and the red seats and the carbon features, I like that spoiler there. But, if you drop the roof down and do some other stuff to it, I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. So I'm actually going to go ahead and we're going to take that off. And then moving over here to the engine. So that's actually one of the most exciting parts, because you have the standard engine cover, obviously, where you can see it like you could see other Lamborghinis and Ferraris and other mid-engine supercars. Then you have the silver cover, the red cover, and the black cover. Since we're doing everything red, we're gonna stick with the red. I just feel like it pops more. And then, of course, you have the engine appearance package where it's all lit up and everything. So, and then moving on, I'm not going to add any stripes. I don't like stripes. I'm going to leave that like it is. But then if we move over to the trim levels, it's important because you have all of these different colors of interiors, two-tone and regular colors. We're going to go with and then, of course, the 1LT, you have the 8-way power seats, keyless access, push-button start, dual-zone climate control. You get the Bose 10-speaker audio system, satellite radio, 12-inch color driver information center, Bluetooth, of course, steering wheel mounted controls, power windows, and on and on and on. So you actually have an extensive list of features standard on the 1LT Stingray. On the 2LT, we're going to have all of these extra features. Really important here. This is, I think, going to be the popular one right here for the people who can't afford the higher models, 3LT. You have your heads-up display, power lumbar and wing adjustment, wireless phone charging, heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, 14-speaker audio, Bose system, navigation, on and on and on. As you can see, this is a very impressive package. So we'll stick with that, but just to show you the 1LT has the GT2 seats, Napa leather, carbon fiber trim, custom leather wrapped interior, suede wrapped upper interior trim, and leather wrapped lower doors with a lot of other color options. That's going to be probably the more expensive model, of course, harder to get. So right now we're going to spec out the 2LT. So we're going to confirm that replacement. All right, so we got that on there now. So for the interior colors, I'm going to go ahead and switch this view to the interior. And now we can see this rectangular steering wheel here. I mean, you really feel like you're in the car. Any of the videos you've seen, it looks just like this. So they did a really good job rendering it. So I'm going to leave it with this view right here, so you can see these seats and the color. I'm actually going to change the interior colors because I'm actually not a huge fan of the red. I'm probably going to change the calipers. But let's take a look at how some of these look. So you have the two-tone blue, and you actually have to change this out to the 3LT, so we're not going to do that. But you have the two-tone blue with the black right here, and then of course the sky cool gray. So with the white, I'm actually gonna go with the sky cool gray, and then you still have the carbon right here. So I actually like how that looks. Maybe a little plain, but I like how it's just classic. Then you have the red engine cover, the red calipers. And then you have the custom interior combination. So you can do the jet black with the red, or the jet black with the gray, or the black with the gray. I'm not a big fan of the two-tones, so I'm going to also leave that. And then you have the carbon fiber interior trim package. So I am going to add that as well, because I am a fan of the carbon. As we see now, you get a better look at the interior, the way we designed it there. With the gray, you'll notice the little red stripe here actually disappeared. That's also because I believe the 3LT package has gone out of the car. All right, and then we have our seats. So of course you can choose the different types of leather, different types of seats. The GT2 seats are gonna stay in there. Actually, let me show you the GT3 seats, or the comp seats right there. So that's a better look at those. And then moving on, you have leather, suede, or performance textile. So we'll leave the perforated leather. You can choose for two-tone. We got to add the GT2 seats, so we'll do that. There we go, with the carbon. And then the seatbelt color. So this is interesting because, you know, I haven't seen this before, but you can actually customize the seatbelt color and just spec this car out in so many different ways. So what's interesting is there's going to be a bunch of different combinations of the 2020 Corvette Stingray once they hit the ground in a year or two. It'll be interesting to see once people are reselling them, or what's, you know, just seeing them out on the road, how people have spec'd them out and what they've done and how they're expressing themselves with the different colors and options in the car. So let's take a look at some of these seatbelts. So the red looks like that. I actually like that red with the silver, the light blue with the silver gray seats. Natural, I don't like that, nor do I like the beige or natural interior, which is why I skipped completely over it. I think it's kind of ugly. And then you have the yellow seats. So if you go with the classic red or yellow Corvette, that's really cool because you can use that accent with the seatbelts and the calipers. And then you have the orange too, which is actually pretty cool. So if you're a McLaren fan and you like all the orange, you can throw that in there. But I'm going to go with the, I like the blue, I like the red, but I've got the, you know, the red calipers and the red engine cover, so we'll stick with the red seatbelt. And I think that pops against the gray leather seats. So there you have it. That's how I have spec'd out my 2020 Corvette Stingray. Here's a better look at the C8 on the inside. It's actually some storage here for a cell phone. I saw that picture before. And then so it's important too, like if we look at the outside, what Corvette or what Chevy has thought about is the fact that you have the front trunk and the back trunk, and then of course the mid-engine. So you can fit the roof in the back there, 2 golf bags, and then a lot of, you know, either groceries up here or, you know, suitcase or a computer bag. So this car is meant to not only be a fun supercar, but a car that you can commute into work or back and forth to the airport, or just go out for the weekend and have fun and go golfing with friends, or just go shopping, or do whatever you want. So super impressed with the new Corvette Stingray C8. This is what it would look like as I spec'd it out. So you can see the red calipers, red seat belts popping through there with the gray interior, and then of course the black wheels with the white. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for joining me as I spec'd out the new car and went over all the features. If you have any questions about the new vehicle, or you know, if you want to let me know what color you would spec your car out, you could drop that in the comments below. But if you found value and you liked this video, if you had fun specking it out with me, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We'll catch you on the next video. I am Philip with Geared Towards Automotive. Thanks.